Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use your graphic calculator. Mainly, I'll use always FXCG CG50. So I suggest if you have a different calculator, you have to find your own way of getting around it. But here, I'll show you how to use the graphic calculator to plot parametric equations, parametric functions. Okay, so you have the menu option 5 that will take you to graphs, and what I expect you to see is this menu that is in terms of mainly just y's. Okay, so to turn these graphs into parametric equations, we need to define x as well. So to do that, what you do is you press F3 to go to types to change it, and F3 again will point to parametric equations there. So once we press that, what you see on this graph, and the equation is that yt is defined and xt is defined. Now, I already put that sign of 2t there. You can delete that by pressing the delete button, and I can confirm it by pressing F1. So I start from scratch. Let's say I want to plot the last graph of our choice examples was sine x was defined in terms of sine, and y was also defined in terms of sine 2t. Okay, so if I plot sine here, sine, and to get the value of t here, I'm going to press this button that's got x, theta, and t. Now, it can give you any of those values depending on the context. It knows from the context that we are using parametric equations, so it will come up with a t for us. So to go to the next line here, when I press the down arrow, it doesn't work. So I pressed execute button there. It jumps to y. So here I define y to be sine of, I'm going to open a bracket and put 2t inside the bracket there. And when I press, well, at the minute, I have to press execute to come out of it. And once you press the execute function at the bottom left corner there, you press F6 to draw. Now, obviously, this is not the drawing that we wanted. So what's going on here is that our window is not adjusted. F3 here is also another button to adjust the window. So X value has minimum of minus 1.25, and Y minimum, we need to adjust that and make that negative. Let's just take -2 there. I'm going to press execute to jump out of it. I'm going to take Y maximum to be 2, go back up and adjust the X maximum to be, let's just take 5 and see what happens. We can leave the scale as 1, and here I'm not going to change the scale. So let's just press execute and see how that changes. So there you go. There is the graph that of sine t, and y is defined as sine 2t. Now you can play around and adjust this if you wish. Let's go back to menu function again, to graph function number 5. And if you want to come out of it, what you have to do is you can either press exit here. So, and if I change this value of single t to triple t, you'll see a different type of a graph. Let's press execute, draw F6 to draw, and there you go. There's another symmetric curve there. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'll see you in the next video. In the section 8c, we have to plot the graphs, parametric equations, and there may be situations where you have to use pencil and paper and plot those graphs on paper rather than on your calculator. It's best to have a look at the graph and on the graphic calculator first, but to use the table function. We press the table menu button 7, and there is this table that it may not be in parametric format first. It may be simply in terms of y's. So you may come up with this button. If I confirm deletion first, so you may see this type of a table when you press menu button 7. If you do so, you press F3 to change it to parametric equation, button F3 again to have it in terms of parametric equations. And our first example is x is defined in terms of 3 cos t, and I'm going to close the bracket for t here, and there is a +4 after the bracket. Let me put the brackets where they should be, and there is a +4 after that. So then to come up out of the equation, you have to press the execute button, and y is defined as 2 sine t. So let me type that in. You press this angle button, or x, theta, and t. So then we have to press execute so that we come out of the equation, and we press F6 to see the table. So t is going at the minute from 1 onwards. So this is not exactly the number values that we need. So we need to adjust the range of t. So to adjust the range of t, I'm going to press exit to come out of the table. I need to go to F5 to look at the set of values for t. So button F5 on the calculator will take you to this table setting. So we need t to start from 0 and go to 2 pi. So I start at 0. I press the execute button to jump out of the start and go to end. End needs to be 2 pi. So I press 2 and shift out of here. Now we need our steps to be pi over 4 as the table suggests here. It goes up by pi over 4. So our step 1 is wrong. So I press execute button to jump out of end, and it comes to stop. So I press the shift button again to get pi, and output divide by 4, and that should do the trick. Now when you press execute here and F6 for the table function, you'll see the values for t are adjusted there, and we can scroll down and see all the x values and the y values corresponding to values of t. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. I'll see you in the next video.